We're just days away from it being June, and that of course means that Reventuli Coast is getting closer and closer to release, and my goal all along has been to try to get, ideally both, but at least one of either the albino gold grizzly or a rare rooster pheasant before the release of that map. As we are getting closer and closer to the inevitable release, we have to kind of double down on our efforts and continue with this. And I've got to say, the plans already today have kind of gone awry. I was planning on going to multiplayer, and maybe just hunting in areas where grizzly bear are likely to be. Now, the one advantage, of course, of single player is we have control of the time, and you can hunt them in their drink times, but our last male albino, and our last albino in general, were both on multiplayer, and I thought maybe that would be the way to switch up our luck, but we've had like 3 servers in a row where we failed to synchronize, so I thought maybe that was our sign to just go back to single player, and who knows, we've shot, I'm gonna say several hundred since we began this grind. Maybe one's waiting on us. A quick note, by the way, as we are going to try to take out this hilariously small level 2 caribou, there is no official release date for Reventuli Coast. When I say, we're getting closer to June, and that's why I want to kind of maybe double my efforts with this grind, it's just simply because as time passes, we are naturally getting closer to a release date, even if we don't know what that release date is. I just wanted to answer that because I'm sure when I mentioned getting closer to a release, some people are going to wonder if there is a date. There's nothing announced yet. I'm sure we'll find that out sometime in the near future, but for now, we can only assume we are getting closer and closer. But I think a for sure Hall of Shame edition, a bronze male caribou, short of silver by almost 50. That's about as small as I remember seeing for a male, so we can tax that for the Hall of Shame. Maybe it's the way the sun's hitting it. That almost looks like the more brown fur type, which I almost want to say is also called gray brown, but the one that you see normally female grizzlies having. I don't know. I almost feel like I've seen that the brown fur type is a rare. I wouldn't consider it a rare, even if this was a gold and everything. And the closer we get, I think it was just the sun. But kind of an interesting discussion there. If we were to get a melanistic gold, I would stop the grind and call that good. I don't think I would do that with a brown fur type, even though that technically is a rare now, as far as I'm aware at least. It just doesn't have the same impact that an albino or a melanistic would. That one obviously is just a common, but kind of got me thinking about that. That is one of those ones that it doesn't give that same kind of reaction when you see it. Now we're kind of getting somewhere. We must be getting close to the end of grizzly drink time. I actually have not looked, but a couple more males up here. And you may recall from the last video, we can get our scope on this guy to make sure we get a shot on him before he takes off. We shot 10 male grizzly all in the first like 5 or 10 minutes of the hunt down in the south portion of the map. And since then, as we have another male running off, hit him there. Well, actually, we hit him good. I don't know how, but we'll take 3 from here. But since then, it seems all the respawns have kind of spread out, and that would be kind of what you would expect. Generally speaking, when you get a bunch of animals all kind of packed into one area, when you shoot them, they'll respawn all over the map, and finding them since then has been quite difficult, but that's a good sign having 3 all up here. One that maybe could have been a gold at level 6. So firstly, I want to know what happened on this shot and how it actually ended up being good. It was just liver lung in that perfect placement there. As he was running away, he must have turned though as we shot, because I felt like the shot was going to impact like up close to his neck or head. Definitely no complaints. There was another warning call there. That's annoying that we can't actually identify it, but possible that there's another male down here? I'm going to guess it was that one and that it was a female. But I wanted to also show on the map the area that I was talking about where we shot the 10 in the last hunt, because things got kind of crazy when that other 5 showed up, but it was down here along this area in the Bankside Timberlands area. We just, in today's hunt, I think we started with that level 6 down there and that was it. Not nearly as many bears down there as last time, but it is good. It kind of allows you to explore more of the map, and since beginning this grind, while we have not shot a diamond or rare grizzly of any kind, by the way, our level 6 was a silver, we have shot a diamond harlequin and a diamond red fox in completely different parts of the map while hunting for grizzly bears. So who knows, as we're up here checking out a different spot that we normally don't look at, maybe if it's not a grizzly bear we can find something else that we normally don't encounter. What are the odds? The last time that we were hunting grizzly bear, we had a level 3 harlequin duck that we kind of needed a bit of redemption on. I'm not helping myself here by missing those shots, but we got that one with a lot less trouble. We had actually streamed grizzly bear. I think it was like a Friday stream or maybe a Monday stream, and then we came back 2 days later or something, did a video, and we had missed a level 3 duck on that stream and we had to come back and get it. And it was a very difficult shot that kind of flew straight up in the air and did all this kind of almost like bobbing and weaving sort of situation, but that was much easier. We'll take another kind of bonus duck as we're going along. This has been a kind of unique opportunity for me to hunt grizzly bear. A lot of times, there's a brief window of recording that I have to actually spend time. This is probably run number 4 or so. There's been no significant grizzly bears since the last one that we shot, and frankly I don't remember what that one was, but I've probably gone through and shot 10 male bears or so, nothing bigger than at level 6, and I think that's good because it allows us to get more and more respawns and maybe less repetitive content, if that makes any sense. But it's nice to get a little bonus duck along the way, but similar to the last grizzly bear hunt. Oh. Well, that's a nice little surprise. A Piebald diamond harlequin. Let's tax that before anything crazy happens. Call the Wild, as I mentioned, the intro has been a bit odd today, between failed to synchronize errors and I've had a couple of random crashes. We've got one of these. We've shot a Piebald diamond harlequin before, and just to make sure we're clear, it's not anything that I would consider like a super rare, but in the realm of diamond ducks that we may display, I mean, that'll take over any higher scoring duck that we might have. And actually, you know, as we're coming up on the Reventuli Coast release, as I mentioned in the intro, there are so many waterfowl species. I certainly expect our trophy lodge to look very different in, I don't know, 3 months or something once we've had the time to really hunt waterfowl. But that's something that I think regardless is going to stay. I mean, a Piebald diamond cinnamon teals, or a Piebald diamond harlequin duck rather, is pretty cool. So kind of staying on par, we have another level 6 grizzly. Before he goes to drink, we're going to go ahead and make that hard shot and drop him, but it's almost 7 o'clock. We're basically at the end of grizzly drink time again, and unfortunately this is going to be our last run of the day, and I think probably that's going to be our last kill. I don't have a count on how many male grizzlies we shot. Like I said, a bunch were just kind of level 4s and 5s and stuff that I didn't end up including because at some point it gets a bit repetitive. Is this our first or maybe second gold of the hunt at 61.2? Hard shot and right lung shot, but the important thing as we are getting ready to go back to the trophy lodge is the Piebald diamond harlequin. And just quickly to go all the way back to the beginning of the video, we were going to do multiplayer today. Didn't work out, failed to synchronize all the different issues. It worked out quite well in the end, having the, you could call it a super rare, but we'll just call it a slightly more special diamond. It occurred to me as well that I guess we never went back to the trophy lodge last week. So this was our diamond harlequin from last week. It was 7.27. There was a 7.2 here that I'm just going to assume was probably below 7.27. And then our new one here, our little Piebald diamond, 7.23 I think he was, so barely diamond, but pretty cool to see. It's kind of that more brown feathers up around the neck and on the other side compared to the normal kind of gray and even black. And just to go and look at the other one, I want to say that our other one was a little bit bigger, if I can figure out what side of the trophy lodge it's on. We kind of have a whole thing going on here. Over on this side, we've got a melanistic, we've got an albino, we've got a big diamond, and then 7.4 for our other Piebald, which, funny enough, was actually a multiplayer kill. But like I said, I expect a lot of stuff in this trophy lodge to change. Perhaps, maybe this room isn't the best example, but things like where this feral pig is, maybe that'll be replaced with some future waterfowl. But certainly, adding a Piebald diamond, that one is going to stay in its spot, and I think that's pretty cool. I'm really happy with that. Not the albino gold grizzly we set out for, but certainly a nice little bonus as we continue on that grind. But anyway, that is now going to do it for this video. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you next time.